Okay, so we're on our way to the store right now. Just thought we would walk and do a walking vlog. Kind of wanted to touch base on my personal goals right now, where I'm at, and anything else that I've been working on. So currently I've changed gyms as well. I stopped going to the YMCA and I've been there for about a year now, and that was when I really started to get good at using the elastic bands for muscle ups. And so I decided the last time I would be there at YMCA, I would try the smallest or shortest band to see my progress, see how I could do. And I was pretty surprised. I was able to do kind of 2.5 chicken wing muscle ups. Still not a full muscle up, but my progression also for the planche had increased as well. Of course, not as fast as I thought it would. I thought I'd probably have these things down within the first year. I think it's been about 1.5 years since I've started my channel. Yeah, it's been pretty cool to experience that so far. Looking back now at the footage, I can see what I need to do and what I need to work on in order to eliminate the chicken wing. I need to bring my elbows in because my elbows flare out too much. I actually felt some extra pain in my elbows and in my wrists when doing it incorrectly like that. Second, I need to go down a level in my assistance band. The smallest band only supported 15 pounds of my body weight, which was the orange band. The red band only supports 30 pounds, and the blue supports 50 pounds. So maybe going back down to the blue band and tucking in my elbows as I'm doing the muscle up is probably going to help me with form and overall performance in the muscle up. Third, I think I need to commit more to the movement as I'm coming down with speed and have more control with my legs and body and core as I'm coming back up into movement. So if anyone else has any advice or comments to give, please go right ahead, leave it down below. I'm open to improving my muscle up, and once again, I'm not making these videos because I've already figured it out, but because I'm trying to. So any help there is appreciated. So when I'm at home, I still use the assistance bands. I always start with the lowest grade, which is the orange one, trying to jump with that full force. It was still really hard for me to do it this time around. I was still getting the chicken wing, but I felt like I was starting to improve because I knew where I was messing up.
I have to take my shoes off.
In shape, I like to do a little warm-up and then of course do a bunch of jumping muscle ups. The jumping muscle up helps me so much to get kind of the explosive movement down, and once I have that down, I feel like I'll be able to do it without the assistance bands. Finally, last week, I tried the muscle up again and had more success. You can see in this video here. I still have a little chicken wing in there, especially on the second and third muscle up that I do, but the first one seems pretty clean. Alright, well that was last week before the coronavirus hit. So yeah, don't mind me guys, sorry, I'm at work. This is the only time I had. I was updating my video and thought that before I finished doing my muscle up progression, I should kind of talk about how I'm gonna have to change my whole entire regimen and plan because of this coronavirus lockdown that they've had in quarantining all of us. So, yeah. I have to work out at home now, and so that kind of changes my whole flow of things. I have a calisthenics gym, which of course will help, but then there's other things that I would do during the week as well. I was trying to increase my speed overall and endurance through two different things. I started karate. As you can see in the video, I am sparring a bunch of black belts, and I had to open up my big mouth because I thought it looked like a cool exercise to do some sparring all together, and so then they decided to throw me in the pit and all take turns sparring with me. I did eventually just last month get my yellow belt, so I'm pretty stoked about that. I'm progressing in martial arts. It's taught me more of a mind-body connection. It's taught me more about stretching and control. But the other class that I'm also taking at Mires Martial Arts is the kickboxing. Kickboxing is way awesome. It is martial arts based as well, but it's also got some Dutch kickboxing in there. You know, teach you how to stretch and breathe. All the exercises are going to be related to the kickboxing movements. Then of course there's sparring, which is my favorite part. You get to do a lot of drills, kicking and punching. Sensei Jeff, he's awesome. He teaches a lot of one-on-one, and so you never get left behind, and he'll always teach you the correct form of how to do things, so that's always a plus. The next thing that I was doing, every Tuesday and Thursday I was doing Orange Theory. So for those of you not familiar what Orange Theory is, it's a gym in which you get basically one personal trainer instructing a class of about 30 people. Once you get set up with your heart rate monitor, they let you choose one of three stations. There's either the treadmills, the rowers, or the weight room. So once you get into one of those three groups, they start you off in intervals, and they coach you basically on whatever you're on, when to go faster, when to go slower, and then of course you can look at the screen to see your own personal heart rate monitor to know how well you're doing. And of course the goal is to get out of the blue and green zone and into the orange or even red zone. So the orange zone, or the Orange Theory per se, is that if you keep your heart there the majority of the time, you will create an afterburn. So the afterburn will help you burn more fat for 36 hours after the workout, and definitely boost up your metabolism, and I definitely feel like I noticed a difference. That's one thing I'm really gonna miss because of this whole quarantine thing. I don't have that. So in place of doing Orange Theory, I've decided to go running. And running is good, but then it got kind of boring after the second day of doing that. So I saw a video on YouTube of a guy who adapted a workout from an anime called One Punch Man. And this character, Saitama, talked about what he did to become as powerful as he was. And so he did 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and ran a 10K. And so that's his workout. However, running a 10K every day can be really hard on your knees, and it's kind of boring too. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour depending on how fast you are. And so what he said he did in place of that is he does 100 burpees in 10 minutes. So you do 10 burpees per minute for 10 minutes, that's 100 burpees. So I did that for the first time a couple days ago, and I am still sore from that. And I did it within at least an hour. That was my goal, was to stretch, warm up, do the 100 burpees, then 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, all within an hour. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm probably going to do another video on that. I would highly recommend it. It's crazy awesome. The other days in between, I work on my skills, whether it be the muscle up, the planche, the front lever, and also that strength training with weights and that sort of thing. Whereas the other days in between, still Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I'm just doing the One Punch Man workout and maybe going for a light jog. But as of now, there's no Rugged Maniac I'm preparing for. As you may have noticed in other videos, I said I'm doing all of this to prepare for the Rugged Maniac in April. Now that's not happening, so we'll see what tomorrow brings. Hopes everyone stays safe and healthy out there, and we'll see you in the next video.